This is my electronic resource kit for assessment 2. This is a bar graph that we did during the semester. It is a collaborative piece that allows students to get up and move around the classroom. This creates an opportunity to break up a large block of study. For our bar graph, we used character strengths, but you could also use eye colour or hair colour, etc. This also supports the social domain of students, as it is a collaborative piece that allows them to get up and interact with their peers. The 100-story building is a building located in Footscray. It specialises in supporting culturally marginalised youth through a literacy program. I could use this as a future teacher to plan an excursion during a creative writing program, which would allow students to further enhance their learning. This could also support the physical domain of students, as it is a safe environment for them to learn in, as well as a social environment, as they will be working collaboratively with their peers. The Children's Creativity Museum educational blog is a great resource for teachers. I could use it as a research starter if I had any queries. I could use it for inspiration of what to use within a classroom. I could use it for resources within the room and also other classroom ideas. This would be more as a resource for my own further learning, but it would also reflect that along with my students. The Reggio model is a classroom pedagogical approach that revolves around visual arts through the use of a range of different disciplines. This creates an interactive environment where the environment is considered the third teacher within the classroom that the students learn from. It utilises natural resources in the room, as shown in the pictures, with natural wood on the floors and on as much furniture as possible. It creates a contemporary learning environment and kind of steers away from the classical rows of chairs and the teacher up the front. I think that this would be a fantastic learning environment for children who are a lot more visually and physically motivated, as it would involve resources that they could touch and look at and feel. This could also support students physically and socially, as the environments are much more collaborative and less classroom based, and they are a physical environment which would allow the children to interact with them in their own way. The Stephanie Alexander Kitchen Garden Classroom approach encourages community involvement with the school to create a kitchen garden that children can interact with. It kind of creates an outdoor classroom that allows students to grow and reflect on that. As this creates an outdoor learning environment, it also supports the physical domain of children. I chose to do 2 videos for this slide because I feel that one video is quite long, that if the world were a village, and the other video is quite short, but it has a lot of statistics involved, so it's probably not very suitable for younger children. Both provide information about our world's population, which gives children global awareness of the world in which we live. By providing this information to students, it's also supporting their intellectual domain. The jigsaw reading tool is a valuable tool to be used within the classroom. It encourages social interaction between students and a collaborative learning environment. It allows students to move around the classroom, first going into one group and then moving into the other, which allows a slight break in between heavy loads of reading and communication. It can be modified into situations whereby there was a set reading and maybe only 3 students have done the reading. That would allow the 3 students to become the expert and then teach the rest of the class. The Power of Believing That You Can Improve is a motivational video for myself that I've found on TED Talks. It talks about improving self-esteem within the students by talking about the power of yet, whereby a skill is not yet achieved, not unachievable. It improves self-esteem in students. It gives them a motivation to learn. Therefore, it also supports their intellectual domain. What is Poverty is a video designed by World Vision Australia that gives students global awareness through a visual and audio video providing information that's not scary but informative to the student. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland was my favourite book as a child growing up. I found because Alice was fairly relatable as an individual, but it was also silly enough to captivate my attention. It sparked my own reading motivation. This Wordle style drawing, I'm not sure if that's the right name for it, but I couldn't think of a better name for it, seeing as there were so many words involved in the drawing. It was my first drawing I did for this assignment in the first week of university, and I actually found it as a helpful reflection tool upon finishing the course. This Rita Pearson video I have watched many times this year for my own motivation. It acknowledges the difficulties in teaching, but also the inspiring moments in teaching. It instills the importance of relationships between teachers and that the support that we can provide them. Therefore, it also supports the emotional and social domains of students. The Good Start Breakfast Club provides a healthy breakfast for schools. There's a video on the page that provides information that states that it has improved concentration and behaviour in students by providing a healthy breakfast for them. This also supports the social domain as children generally sit on a table together and have breakfast as a group. The Disability Discrimination Act is very relevant to me as I wish to follow a career in disability and special ed. It is important as a future educator that I stay up to date with the relevant acts in which the career I would like to follow. The Alana and Madeline Foundation is an organisation that I researched during Assessment 1. It's an organisation that helps to reduce bullying within schools, and as I myself was bullied in schools, I'm passionate about reducing bullying once I become a teacher. Therefore, it also supports the social and intellectual needs of a student because when they're being bullied, they're less likely to fulfill these needs. And that is my final electronic resource kit for Assessment 2.